To see where all of your items live, come up to Sales and then click Products and Services. This is where you can view everything you sell, you can update prices or descriptions, and you can add new products without needing to start from an invoice. And this is a great place to keep your catalog organized so that your future quotes and invoices stay consistent and are easy and quick to build. To add a new item, come up to the top right and click New Item. Then enter a code and a name for your new item. For the code, I'll enter test2 and test item 2 for the name. I'll show you how this works in the next item we make. So for now, I'll scroll down and enter my purchase details for this item. I'll say the cost is $5 and I'll add a purchase account. Here, I'll select cost of goods sold. Under sell, I can enter the sale price and then select the sales account. The default sales account is $4,000. You can change the tax rate if you'd like and change the descriptions for purchase and sell and then click save. And here we'll see our test item added underneath the previous item we created from invoicing. Now let's add an item with the inventory tracking. I could create a new item using the same button, but let me show you how to duplicate an item that exists already. Come down to the item we just created and then click the three-dot menu. Here, you can edit, archive, or delete this item, but we'll choose duplicate. From here, we'll see most of the details have been brought over. We can copy the old code, paste that here and change it, and we can make an adjustment to the name as well. For this new item, I'll enable Track Inventory Item. This is useful for items that we're buying and selling, and down low, once you enable it, you'll see the Inventory Asset account. Here, I'll select the test one that we added. If you skipped through the early setup section of this video, you should still have the default Inventory Asset account here that you could also select. If we scroll down, we'll see our other details that were copied over. You'll need to select the required cost of goods sold account. I'll select that, change this description, and this one to match, and then I'll save again. Now that we have an item that's tied to an inventory account, I can show you how to make an adjustment should you ever need to. For example, if you were to count your stock of this item and the quantity that you count is different from what is shown in Xero, here's how you would update it. Click the three-dot menu, and you'll notice that for this inventory item, there's an additional option called Adjustment. Click that. Here, we're showing 0 because we just created this in the demo, but I'll select the adjustment type of Increase Quantity. Here you can select the date, and hypothetically, we can pretend that I have 5 of these items on hand. And we can change the cost price for those items. This field will calculate the new quantity on hand based on what you're starting with and how you're adjusting, and then you can select the adjustment account here. And then finally, down low, you can enter a reference. I'll say inventory count correction. Then I'll click next. This screen will preview your adjustment details, and if it looks good, click Post Adjustment.